Nah, no anime sample shit, it's just spin. But I'm on my freezer shit. You know, minus the black lipstick and all that shit, you know. Yeah, here we go. First form, got 1,000,001 zone. Deoxyribonucleic, every cell is skin and blood. I'm bragging in truth, and with these lies I'm hushed. Slowly, my feet turn the soil to dust. One spread amongst the millions was the enemy's army. Single spread amongst the millions is where the math choppy. But that's the everyday amongst the centuries. Faculties broken by the millisecond, mad sloppy. Face match and mesh with the muddy soil. Sprouted in the muddy waters, spilling out your soul. Embrace other three-toed 50-foot of soul. Tony Jaa, you for your unbach. One man punch, Titanic to the iceberg, son. I'm a Hindenburg, banging like a Bond hand drum. Led Zeppelins, who my blazing gun sung. It's physical graffiti when the 64 palms done.
The first form of losing against the swarm is believing you've already earned your winnings. Blind toros smelling rojo caskets. The first form of losing against the swarm is believing you've already earned your winnings. Blind toros smelling rojo caskets, yes.
In the first stage of the metamorphosis, I am the ivory iguana. Scorpions my henchmen, playing around in China white. I smoke white widows, fucking white widows. Their husbands seeing life from a different window.
Second form, seismic force soaring far. Pupils redder than the hottest day on Mars. Japanese giant hornet swarm attack bizarre. I smack like the saw of bombers. Slicing these bullet bills like the black mamba. Black metal fangs out the skull do shock you. Sucking niggas singing with the power of an opera. Reoperate they short circuit. Juking the jugular, brawling with bronze knuckles. Metal metacarpal, had a adamantium strike without the giant claws. Vibranium knees to defensive kitten paws. Glock jaw from the flick of the pinky, leaving you scarred. Transforming by day, re-emerging by dawn. Exploiting heart technique from the 5-point palm. Make everybody revert to the 5 pillars of Islam. All in the mosque, delivering swan songs. Dose.
Form of losing against the fangs is assuming you can handle the scrimmage. Boiled frogs, too high to jump.
We in the second stage evolution, baby. I am the Komodo night now. In this form, fear slowly takes flight. Not quite, it's still a burnable night. Do what you can to manage your fright. Immaculate like my birthstone, I am the majesty of the purple mountains. My throne amongst, against, honest. In the center, everything else just gets toxic.
Toes digging into the crack, brown like scarecrows. New day, already the damn bell tolls. Sucks for lost souls, subconscious and intentional. Flocks of crows via the capes I carefully wove. Xenomorph with the Power Ranger villain style. A crocodile king cackling with quicker smiles. roaming my now with the bladed tail for miles. Onyx nails scratch the earth and church tiles. Y'all be crouching tigers, and I'm the hidden dragon. Y'all screech like sick falcons whenever I'm acrobatic. Y'all subsonic, moving molasses in my optics. I move like bullet trains causing mad traffic. This ain't James Bond, but you'll get shaken and stirred when the right round smooth pace glued to your nerves. 6 feet below where the sewer gators convert to skyfall. How a slap from the tail work.
Third, but not the last trial of your inevitable loss is seeing your scars like smiles and still trying to knock my head off, but you'll see soon. Your form is getting too sloppy. I applaud you for making it to noon, but this is where your voice gets choppy. Yeah.
In this third presence, I am the little Godzilla, zapping fear into each and every one of you creatures. Dance for my misogyny. Dance for my misogyny. Tell the queen, shake that ass before her castle crack.
Yo, what the fuck was that? The last quarter to make $1. 86 challenger, when the gods challenge you. 9/11, whenever you try to challenge them, everything falls regardless where you pay rent. That applies to the waterfall of brow upon your sweat. Demonic how the angelic essence decimates spirits like Los Angeles snow and river Phoenix. Buckets of rain, tears turning into rivers. Where your Phoenix up, where your Phoenix is down. Ethereal glow out of my hand caress the chest or breast until eventually the heart rests for the final time. Body put against the stress, test against muscles using Everest to bench press. Fourth form as Felina like Breaking Bad, the 6th element. Fourth form as Felina like Breaking Bad, the 6th element. Walter White in this bitch. Walter White in his bed. We have reached the final stage where we crack out the cocoon. I am now the red-eyed violet dragon of this realm. In this form, I bring civilizations down on knees. The queens of your kingdoms become my harems, and the kings removed from their thrones. The hedgehogs beneath me dead slow. The ground becomes cold under my toes. Monkeys marauding, just leading to nothing. Succumb to the clutches of my thumbprint. Allow your eyes to behold. Genius, allow your body to go cold. The genius, your soul has already been sold. Hey, genius, I'm the white devil. Hey, genius. drinking the Mississippi River. Annihilation seeping like the water quicker. Pour your worth in my chalice like quicksilver, fulminated mercury. When I leave for the last supper, dusty kids dance around, dusty crocodiles. Who's putting them out of misery, hurting now? Like red cases of children with bunny smiles. Light them a blunt, let them hop down the Green Mile. You're smoking a little blue sky for added nerve. I gotta smoke blue dreams so I don't go berserk. Playing around with me, proving your worth first. How much energy I gotta spend to put you in the dirt? Even the holiest, most rival disciple gotta Judas nerve with the words that rival. Kick you when you Judas priest. No breaks like rhinos. White owls burn as your cold face cowls. Yo, your royalty struggling to pick up all your royalties. You're still Rolls Royce like every day's a movie. Fronting on each other till I glide in, casually sliding like the shit, smoking blunts, roll like Tootsie. Your culture kinda like the Temple of Babel. What you're trying to unravel, not good for my cattle. My flock like bad start, chart stem hostile. Lighter grass on my lawn means I gotta end y'all. Your whole race wouldn't have been on my mental if y'all was good bitches and dogs wagging the kennel. Face release shits popping like corn in the kettle, but some of y'all had to go past the line in the middle. Royal pains in the ass trying to stash medals. I don't give a fuck if you was rated to feel special, but I whoop your ass like them 90-minute specials. When we done, boy, looking like you out of hell though. Everything's a ticking time bomb, countdown in thrice. The sterling scythe hand upon the crimson engine of life. All in my peripheral will be gone. No people, no pain, no grief, no strife. Explode red over pink sands, stranded by death, unshut eye. In the blink of an eye, everything can be gone. You cannot stop me, creatures. And yes, all of your reasons are valid, for they will leave you widows in the world. Willowed and wilting like willow trees, sweating in humid rain and mosquito sex. To prove to you I'm insane, kill your mockingbirds with their green eggs. Get hammed.
The sterling scythe hand. The sterling scythe hand. The sterling scythe hand. The sterling scythe hand set song. Set song. Set song. Set song.
head hotter than Georgia summers, and what is simmering under is steady getting hotter. Michael Phelps in the eyes, new tier swimmers. Eye puddles quiver as the monster approach you. Cream of the crop with the Jack Bruce bass drum. Patience for your pestering is mad seldom. Lee May plum salamander looking mad dumb. Dumbfounded cranium when the ring rung. Stumbling across the stage with the sloppy performance. Whiplash mad fast from the sudden tailspin. Being Blanco Beelzebub in front of thug kids. Blood portal travel the world like Uma Thurman did. Ebony braggadocio off a black lipstick. Switches to bitchness like a stick shift. The stiffness your purple muscles experience must be fight or flight with a glitch in a stitch.
But God's not. If milk can spill, then the cream can't rot. You a deity until you drop. If the butcher blade sharpen up bones and get chopped. You's a god till you not. If milk can spill, then the cream can't rot. Use a deity until you drop. If the butcher blade sharpen up bones and get chopped.
For the recently deceased, you can say I represent the 12 angry knuckles, each the size of a boulder. All condensed in each joint of the finger. Rearticulate the cells that you made of. African notions and Atlantic oceans. The medium with giant swimming vultures. Wouldn't hide your insecurities like how toxic bitches couldn't. And hide the truth like the truth was Roanoke. Now your drawers look a little saggy there. Capping time period from the nose. Loki got me laughing. Dead ass yapping, now the confidence is napping. Don't let me strum at your G-string like Eric Clapton. Every time you knock me down, I start cackling. Every time you zoom through the air, pussy lips is flapping. Ego letting loose with the fruity Captain Crunch. Should've focused on the nutrients and had a good lunch. What's up?
You a god till you not. If milk can spill, then the cream can rot. You a deity until you drop. If the butcher blade sharpen up bones and get chopped. You's a god till you not. If the milk can spill, then the cream can rot. Use a deity until you drop. If the butcher blade sharpen up bones will get chopped.
Notice how the cry walked outside and hit the curb. Anger really ventilating through the lizard's nerves. Whoop the niggas ass the king gizzard and the lizard wizard. Psychedelic smacks from the amp making you sicker. A prince died, clap back for my race. A boy died, we all scream at life's blank face. A bum dead, nobody wanna step where we sleep. When my boys die, all the reds is rain. Ginyu squad, fackier than Rule 34's fancy. Tight ass comic book niggas rip mad easy. Airflow, you watch a purple mega mind, Scully Escalito. At this point, gotta be running. Can't walk around like you's the only savior. Gotta bang on your own shit like Ginger Baker. Paler than manila paper is your dead grace. I'm cream of the crop that never had to reach first place. Oba Kuro.
Akin to the orange muppet of today. Red eyes, purple rock boy, half dome. Half the arms and the connects. And odd enough, none of them protect. I am the golden monkey king, black iron palm. I don't remember how I got here. But I know him, he knows me. A tree child involves no questions. You a god till you not. If milk can spill, then the cream can rot. Use a deity until you drop. If the butcher blade sharpen up bones and get chopped. You a god till you not. If the milk can spill, then the cream can rot. You a deity until you drop. If the butcher blade sharpen up bones and get chopped.
The mental cracks as the seasons change. 2020 is 2012, showing up to work late. Start
start the new saga in Phoenix flames, Australian blaze to Beirut bangs. Emotions build up and swarm. Japanese giants invading homes, expressing your sickness out to the cold. We won't be clean until I'm old. Finally got the hardware, finally got the codes. Why the fuck is the eco gonna explode?
What's good needed pride to an ego, and how exactly could you make either grow? What brings the biggest race to small goals? Why we so serious in our movie roles? Hitler made panthers like they was panthers. Giant war machines could barely stand the weight of the world. No fucking stamina. Snow lot like another Uma Thurman character. Pulp Fiction nowadays more realistic. Take the good and the bad for the humbling. Don't get angered by these motherfuckers buzzing. Your main enemy is your hustling. But I was informed by hard work and results that random niggas pick with tags on the skull. Why should I care if I know they blades dull? Gotta sharpen my katana and my soul. Dumb niggas pollute the airways every day. Battle between logic and impulsivity. Chemical reactions like Walter Whitty. Poetry more polluted. Shit's not Walt Whitman. Loudest mouths get fed and heard first. They complain the most when they eat dirt. Kept your mouth closed. Ass would've seen the worm squirming and struggling, trying to be first. Ego glow like glow in the dark. Stickers need the limest light just to be the winner. The darkness gonna slowly corrode you quicker. It don't matter as long as you glow from the center, right? Explode, yeah. Ethos is almost hanging out the window. Being right for the sake of the cloud, though. Burning down your faculty mad slow. Burning down your faculty mad slow. What is right when everything is wrong? What is wrong when everything is right? It all burns slow with a flaming knife. It all burns slow with a flaming knife. Where are my morals? They went when my home became a giant hole. Ethos explode. silent poison of the Britannia Taipan. Silver sharp fangs ooze, come and sink in. Every minute losing more of what you thinking. You start rising while your body sinks in. Entering the Jotunheim with the giant's dust. The gods of war decided the body count was a must. Become a part of a wall with the etched hush. Stench of death transition to the smell of sawdust. Next phase, walk upon a million scales. Solid gold, millennia old, never feeling frail. Painted of feet gone, surrounded by honey and milk smell. Infinite battery on the earbuds and Tidal. Flow for hours, now there's the smell of flowers. Roses and buds of green crystals overpower. Second hand high, gaining more sour power. The sunlight smoosh my lips like a goddess. In the skies where they sleep, while the survivors 6 feet deep. Soil is water, it's oxygen alone. Slumber upon clouds they won't. The Monkey King once called these Stratus his home. The snake way is gold, millennia old. Circumference of the earth is just an acre up here. This is the land of the Kais, the supreme ones. Cloud Kingdom, the philosopher's paradise. Structures of the surface, insane paradigms. Making my own clouds off of paradigms. Casper legs drift through all these pairs of skies. Seeing all of the ancestors do paralyze. Seeing them all alive, low-key petrified. Where you forget that you was zooming through skies. The next life kinda get harder to realize. What about the other ones still survive and wanna stand on a watchtower gaze Zion? If I go, how sooner or later will the time be then? This is the shit that heavy make eyes rinse. This is the realm where you're supposed to forgive and forget. I sweat. This is where you're supposed to vibe with the essence. I sweat. I sweat, yeah. Peer over the Golden Gate Bridge of this Elysium. For you were a victim, past crimes forgiven. The hell of life will never be seen again. The heaven of strife, never felt again. Make your Hudson clear to make your oasis here. Merge with the soul native of millions. If you was right, a legacy remembered. Regardless in the GoldenLanceHeaven, snakes is severed. Snake 7. Ebony and ivory, the blank slate with the wires, the black ink there a better horror story than Derek Chauvin? Fear of the past and the present became a coffin. For a long time, Ghost Chalk was the paw print. Like killers, more to stop a remedy isn't ignorant. I'm the little piggies like you hunting for your daughters. To become the bird pig and wrapped around a sausage. Donna G was made a widow of a divorce system and turned into inseminate like it's intercourse. Rigor mortis by the need, first, second, third degrees. Crazy how much crazier we gotta be to lead. Last time we shouted mad hard to beat Rodney King. Had to show kids death to make a nickel change. When I first started making beats, I wore Nikes. Upgraded to Vans when the lead was my wifey. Colin Kaepernick a firm stone against Drew Brees. Roots halfway through the planet, we would never leave. At the cathedral basilica, shooting up cannabis. Chucking nuns like flick wrists. Trying to move forward, sparking light in the abyss. This nihilistic void is my subconscious. Best ending when America got queasy. Just to get bitches to think about mercy. Shakespearean tragedy of the 21st century. George Floyd in D.C. Black widow in the veil, white casket in the grave. Widow by the venom, silver widow with the fangs. Poison was a soothsayer, victim for rage. Black widow, black tears, love communicating strange. The first world wonder was a Wonder Woman. Labia of the lower lips became the second. Pin up of the tetas became the third in seconds. Fourth wonder to when both sides respected. I'm not Arthur Curry, but I'm not Cal Drogo. My pencil hot Valerian for half of y'all audios. I fish sharks, I'm a root against the pushes. Y'all eating anchovies, mad at the stench though. The wave current coming direct like DC. I'm in French French with the death stroke edges. Smoking sour 66 hours, snoozing easy. I'm an NWA, shoot you down easy. Forget a dark night, I'm a nigga with a rocket launch. Trend doctrines like asteroid craters. Make a lunatics away the impact shaker. Ginger Baker in the brains like Cool Failer. Used to flash rhymes like Bad Mooning. Used to rap trash spinning what a raccoons is. Piercing through the bullshit before the recoonish. Flying out the window like a Keith Moon gig. You dig?
Little bitch. Grave was imminent and jettisoned. Yu-Gi-Oh! Lizard on a half-life. Frozen like comets was the now face. Hubris slices Swordsman. Swollen in his frozen ego. His eyes stare deep in the black hole. Show the beast die on its own. Inspire the lightning of King Slayers. But then, flip on the Illuminati switch. Deuce Ex Machina space spaceship. Santa Maria and Titanic slept in heat. Reach unbreakable and infinite. The father of planetary tirades. An armory on the creatures at the ready. 99% sanitizer still leaves one. Multiply exponential as the strength come. Deep cosmos.
The cotton mouth got the smoke brain headless. Smoking off Anita Green vixens a la Vivica. My copper head shine through the overcast. Execute like lynching as the world slowly becomes Lynchian. Machines are flowing medicines surrounding mannequins. Recuperation is indefinite. Flight 175, but humans sold the God's crown because they was wanted. Now look at the odds. Killings of kings off a false charge, but the blast was intentional. A motive scattered sparks. Kids of the cornfield come through a shackles. Dispatch of the eldest hatched in the night with the mass screams of sleeping mothers. Max by cackles. Next day bones used to recreate chapels. Years go by, a death stench to land. Disappearances, rape and racism as a wingspan. All the elders only know how to take what they can. Starve to death because they killed their only nutrients. They could have had a good lunch. Could've ate the fruits of knowledge and wised up. Your desire to control your freedom got you gummed up. Living your worst life just to die young. What the fuck, nigga? destination set for the planet marble. Cavalry on silver armored mans just cackle. The eyes of the red-eyed violet dragon, smile up front, hatred in the back. Hate like love the way the brain react. Love to see pain for eternity. Hate make you obsessed like first match. Result is that all matches lit. They need to see the gas bleed. They need to feel like a king by taking wealth. They need to be free by letting go of all securities. Health drained in the absence of the other self. Frolic like cock slaves, diggling your insecurities until you dead and cold. Only difference is weighed down by what chain. Weighed down by what chain. Frolic. 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 Coping with defeat. Coping with defeat. Billy Woods wrote the rap scheme for that last one. The memory swipe, it's all on the line. I'm waiting for rain, can't have a dry mind. Black patriot shit shift, requiring higher intelligence. Ancient history still relevant, where the books is the epicenter. Blade stained but the blood sharp. I'ma march like I'm about to arch. Triforce eagle smacking mad sharp. Being too see-through to be scarred. That is you. Rapping round rhythms is an art. Pen getting thicker as time march. Aardvark sifting through these ant farms. Need the food for thought so the head warm. Blood on the tracks, blood on the leaves, blood on the sand, blood in the trees. If it opens the gash and let it bleed, let it bleed, let it bleed. Blood on the tracks, blood on the leaves, blood on the sand, blood in the trees. If it opens the gash and let it bleed, let it bleed, let it bleed. Swimming through the history channels in a time capsule akin to a castle. The cue ball rolled through San Francisco, smashing through like a cannonball, bowling ball. Blade shining like a Lucy in the diamond environment, glisten like I am a moon in search of the lost ancient suns. Trunks ready, finding Goku's son. Seen the Terminators casting doom with Skynets. PTSD resort to deadly martial dialect. Aiming with the disrespect like a tech. Shooting range of these black ops with these bayonets. Stumbling upon a mecha alien. Looking 3 for 3 like malnourished Mexicans. Marshmallow build in the skeleton. I silently approach as my vans get dusted. Blood on the tracks, blood on the leaves, blood in the sand, blood in the trees. If it opens the gash, then let it bleed, let it bleed, let it bleed. Blood on the tracks, blood on the leaves, blood in the sand, blood in the trees. If it opens the gash, then let it bleed, just let it bleed, just let it bleed. In the event of an eclipse, the universe just had a Freudian slip. The sun blocked out simple by a moon of a pimple. The white stag lizard retaliate. His stagnant followers watch in haste, evading like stretching before the tirade. Physical, my effort is minimal. I'm calm like stagnant waters, minus the smell that bothers. In his hubris he screams slaughter. The liquid sword drips through his armor. I ain't snatch Excalibur out the stone. I gathered on my streets cobblestones. I spit fire into the forge. The smell of vibranium like my weed as a torch. Nigga. Blood on the tracks, blood on the leaves, blood in the sand, blood on the trees. If it opens the gash and let it bleed, let it bleed, let it bleed. Blood on the tracks, blood on the leaves, blood in the sand, blood in the trees. If it opens the gash, then let it bleed, then let it bleed, then let it bleed. If you can slice your own demons with your own hand of God, you know whether or not you have the right to live. Keep your swords close and polished, for you never know when you'll have to brandish them for 100 nights and sleep sound.